I'm making this video for my good friend Zurich. Zurich, how are you, my friend? I'm going to make this a short video for you to show you where I am. So, first thing I did was I ran a correlation between the three variables, and I came up with this. So, both mentoring and leadership are significantly correlated to the DV, self-efficacy. So the second thing I did was I checked for moderation, right? I made the centered variables, and then I made the product variables, and then I ran that regression. And here's the moderation output, and it's not a moderator. Right here, I look at this second model here. That's when they added the product of the two centered variables. Didn't change a darn thing. And again, I'm looking at the beta weight down here. It's not significant. So it's not a moderator, guaranteed. So then I check for mediation, right, using leadership as the suspected mediator. And what did I get here? I got this, right, 0.728. 0.052. So I added that to the model. And then I checked leadership to self-efficacy. And that gave me 0.288, 0.043. So I got my numbers, and then I jumped over to the Sobel. And let me type them in real quick. And then I hit calculate. See, this is the part that's really making me weirded out. So I got an absolute value of zero. I've never seen that before on the Sobel calculator. Now, what I thought could be happening was that this number could be so small, right? It could be 0.000000001 that it's simply rounded off to zero. Now, I could be wrong. Again, I've never seen just a plain old zero here. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming that leadership was, in fact, a mediator between mentoring and self-efficacy because of this zero thing. But now watch, I'm gonna switch it up. Watch, you're gonna be amazed. So I switched places with leadership and mentoring. I'm checking to see if the mentoring is acting as a mediator between leadership and self-efficacy. So the first thing I did was run a simple regression between authentic leadership and mentoring. So I got this number, right, 0.6765 and 0.054. Put that into the first part of the model right there. And then I did the second part, and I got 0.234 and 0.043. So I added them to that model. And then I jumped back over to my Sobel. And give me a second, I'll type in the values. And there they are. Hit calculate. Shkabam. Now, again, this is 3 with 6 zeros in front of it. So this says that mentoring is a significant mediator between leadership and self-efficacy. So that's the confusing part. They both are acting like mediators, so I was confused. So the last thing I did was this. I reran the regular regression with the normal variables, right? Self-efficacy is the DV, mentoring, and leadership as the IVs. And I went down here, and I looked at the coefficients box, the correlations. So I noticed something right off the bat. With mentoring, it starts out strong. So the zero order is like a Pearson's correlation simply between mentoring and self-efficacy, pretty strong until you add in the other variable, leadership. It drops from almost 4 to 0.06. That means that mentoring is not doing the predicting of self-efficacy, because when you mix it with another variable, it drops to practically nothing here. So the last thing I did was I went to analyze, correlate, and I did a partial correlation. And so I did the relationship between mentoring and self-efficacy while controlling for leadership. So if you control for leadership, look at this partial correlation here. Can you see it down here? It is not significant. I'll say that again. When you control for leadership, the relationship between mentoring and self-efficacy is not significant. So just to make absolutely sure, if I control for mentoring, I would bet money that the relationship between leadership and self-efficacy is still significant. So let's just double check that bad boy. Right. So I'm going to control for mentoring, and I'm going to check the relationship between self-efficacy and leadership. And my bet is that these two will be significant because mentoring is not a controlling variable. And there it is right there. It is significant. So I don't know how to put it, but it's obvious that the leadership variable is the one that's predicting self-efficacy and not the mentoring. So let me know what happens. MJZ out.